The clan Giovanni has long been based out of the city of Venice, even when they were a mortal family of merchants and traders, well, and of course, perverse necromancers. Now, the blood father of their lineage, Augustus Giovanni, rules over his kin in an empire simply known as the family. There are many advantages to have kindred and kind relatives willing to help out in a pinch. But remember, nothing's free. Everything has a price. Anything you ask of them, they may ask of you in return. Hello and welcome, Canaanites, kindred, and other children of the night. We are here once again with Duchess Lucretia of the clan Cappadocian of the Giovanni Bloodline in Piedmont, Lombardia. Our first goal, before we can start gaining the strength we need to succeed at some of these extraordinarily difficult major decisions, is to form a kingdom and consolidate our strength. And the best kingdom for us to form is Italy. As you can see, Lombardia was a huge benefit to us because Lombardia gave us two counties away from being able to form Italy. And there's tons of independent counts in here that we could definitely fight. We probably can't fight the demons down here. You know, this coast is probably out of our reach. But we could definitely push to the coast in the south here to get some proper coastline and expand our the reach of our vision. Very cool, so we can see further away. As I suggested at the end of last episode, as a Giovanni loyal to our grandpapa and our great-grandpapa, Augustus Giovanni, we can now, because of this tiny border right here, swear fealty. And he will accept low feudal obligation, because of course he will. This doesn't hurt us in any way. It just means that he has to defend us if someone tries to attack us with his bigger army. And when he's defending us, we can join his army with our somewhat sizable but about to shrink army. That's pretty good. So we're going to just swear fealty to him right away. I think that's a great idea, so that we can join the family. And then once we take the title of Italy, he will probably grant this to us. Because of course it will all be de jure, right? He might not give us Venice. I would expect him to keep Venice, but he might give us the island at least. You know, I don't think he'd give us Venice. Obviously he's going to keep Venice. It is his capital after all, so we can't expect him to give us his capital. But we'll see. As I said, we'll see. Our capital is going to end up being in Milano here. In fact, we might as well just accept that now and move it there. We're going to have to give up one of the domains that we were working on building up. That's fine. It's okay. But we got to do a lot in here to make this work. We want, because these people, although not great, they're okay. And okay is a pretty big deal. We want all of them to have access to the ability to grow their skill by picking up disciplines and learning. That's a pretty big ask, though. This guy can do it already. He already gets to have some learning, as you can see, so that's fine. He's doing the learning education, which is also okay. Most of the rest of them, though, I hope are actually in jobs that are their education. Nope, he is not. He's not in the job of his education. She is in the job of her education. He is in the job of his education. So, you know, these two aren't probably going to get much better. Which means I might want to replace him altogether. That's another thought. I have an alternative to him. Her. And, I mean, I could just keep him where he is. I sort of want to not embrace this child myself. My preference would be to recommend and embrace. I could recommend him to embrace her. It's more expensive than creating the child myself, but it makes me indirectly responsible for her. And prevents me from having to have another child this early. I think this is the right move. What is wrong with her? Apparently she's a Bali. That's yeah. You can leave, Bali. We don't need you. Bye, Bali. We caught her. Oh, we caught her. We caught her. Oh, we caught her. Everyone, it's a glorious day. We caught a Bali. Okay, so. This is really good, but not really until you have this. And we wanted shroud sites so we can, like, find them. But now we're going to go down here, at least until Compel Spirit. Then we'll go back and get Tongue of the Kingdom. And then maybe we'll go down to Shambling Horse. There's so much in here that's good. There's so much in here. I can't believe we caught the Bali. That's amazing. There's a 25% chance. Thank you, game. Thank you, game. There's only one thing that we can do with a Bali, right? But there's no point in diablerizing her. That would be silly. But what we can do... Ooh, wait, we would like to torture her. We would lose some stress from torturing her. You know, I think we torture her. There might be an interesting way that this can all turn out. That's super, super interesting, because we can stress down by torturing her, and then when we execute her, that covers the stress up. We go stress down from it. I thought we gained stress from this. I guess that's because she's a Bali. Yeah, I guess it's because she's a Bali. Free learning lifestyle experience. Oh, thank you so much for falling into my prison, Bali. that was an unexpected boon. I'm very happy. So we've just tortured a Bali and then experimented on her until she died. That's... Bravo, young lady. You're learning the ropes of vampirism and you're only 57 years old. To think, you're only 32 years older than you were when we started. You're still a baby as a vampire. You're still inside your mortal lifespan, and here we are. Election for the title, our heir, of course. We can hold mystical communion. There's some more learning lifestyle experience. What is this? Pay homage. We probably should eventually pay homage to Augustus, but that's not going to happen until this is all cleaned up. Because we want to present our best face to him, and our best face is going to be the one that has a properly organized domain. Alright, so where are we at here? Alright, that means he is losing his position, and he is being replaced by her. She is now officially a Cappadocian, and she's pretty good too. I find that really interesting though. He's a Giovanni, but she's not. Why did she not? Why is she not a Giovanni? Okay, I'm just never doing that again. I don't know how that's set up to work like that. I don't know why it can't just embrace her directly, like make her his child. She should absolutely be his child. This is actually really disappointing. I wouldn't have done this if I knew it would just be random. Do we start again? I am probably going to fix this in the save edit. I think I understand why this happened. It didn't properly make her his child like it should have or anything, so I'm going to fix that. I don't think that's deliberate. So we're going to start off by giving you 2 domains. We're going to grant you those 2. That should make you a powerful vassal. Okay, so going into the files, it was actually quite easy to figure out what happened with her, how it happened, and what the situation was. Apparently, when you use that action, it does not assign the person as the father, and in not assigning the person as a father, it also doesn't assign the dynasty, and the dynasty is what transforms Cappadocian into Giovanni. So by telling them what dynasty she's supposed to be and assigning him as her parent, I was able to make it so that it appears the way it should actually appear, and all of the bloodlines will be correct. If I use that in the future, I'm going to continue to do what I did here, which is to say I will edit these children back into the proper lineage, because it's probably a limitation of the mod, but for my role-playing purposes, that limitation of the mod is just not something I really want to put up with. So that's just a fact. See, now she's in her proper position. Everything's great. Good. I want to give her enough territory personally that she can keep her position. In fact, I just need 3 people, so I'm going to take the Countess here. If I remove her, I stop having my knight. So maybe we do try to make her my other powerful vassal. Giving her these. Oh, I forgot to do something first. I was going to eat her, I was going to eat her husband so she didn't have to deal with having an old man. He'll just die on his own. He's not important. It's fine. She can just do what she wants with him until he dies. I sometimes like when I create a child or someone enters my family in this game to just eat their spouse if it's possible, if it's an option. Let's look at my ghouls here. The thing is, this is a long shot, right? The court jester is a long shot. I was just trying to keep her alive longer so that she might have a child with him. It is possible for us to clean this mess up through cruelty, right? Like, I could be cruel here. We could do this. So he's in my herd. So, and what is his, and he, okay, we need him alive. That makes it harder. It makes it a lot harder because I can't just murder him. Which is what I want to do. Okay. Hey, you got me. You got me. I think we're stuck. If I want to make him a ghoul, I gotta make her not a ghoul. If I make her not a ghoul, they're less likely to have kids because she's 40. Then I give up this trait marriage. Alternatively, I could make her not a ghoul, but I have reason to land him and not reason to land... Okay, that it's fine. We just have to accept that this is never gonna work. This is just never gonna work. It was an interesting idea, but it's not forward-thinking enough. So let's be more forward-thinking about our ghoul choices here. Gonna go to manipulate ghoul. We're gonna go to her. We're gonna release her. That's done. And then we are going to ghoulify our marshal here. Because that is a much more forward-thinking idea. She's 58. But I mean, she's frozen, right? Anyway, this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. We got the same problem all around, which is all of our women that we wanted to use to make better positionally, they're just not good enough. Now that she's in this position, it feels like her husband has given her... Oh, she's probably picked up her education. Yeah, she picked up her education. That makes a lot of sense. So we're... Did we click ghoulify on him already? Yes, we did. Okay, so where does that leave us? These are gone. Okay, this is gone. This is to our child. We got to get rid of this. And these two here. Okay. And we also got to get rid of this city. Yeah, we got to get rid of this city. Okay. And we've already given 2 to her. We're going to give 2 to him. I think we just give up the knighthood. I think we just give up the knighthood. Let's grant her like this and this, right? Yes. And then let's see if we can elevate someone. We'll just start in this place here. So she... Actually, we can just elevate her. She's a 12. Let's just elevate her. We give her the county, which shouldn't make her a powerful vassal. So we have this gangrel who's now elevated. That's cool. That covers nearly everything. All we have left is these 2 little domains. All right. One of them is going to him, right? But that's after he's ghoulified. So the other one we got to grant to someone else. Who are we going to put here? I wonder. If we go by learning, is there anybody interesting? There's this guy. The 16. Cappadocian. We could give it to our champion, but that would mean her husband would no longer be available as a knight. We're trying to increase our knights here, not decrease them. So we give that to him. That'll call him in and make him one of our vassals. He likes us fine. That leaves us with just this. So we're 1 title over, and that goes to our ghoul. Bleeding out. I am inspecting the barracks infirmary when a severely injured soldier is brought in. She's losing too much blood. Where's the physician? Hand me the tourniquet. Step back. This is my patient. It's way more learning if we do this ourselves. He will lose a little bit of opinion, but I don't think I care about that. Pa. Papa. Where did you get this guy from? Why did you let that happen? Sir. You need to manage your things better, or you're gonna end up in a bad position. Okay, we have this Lydia here. She's, as would be expected, pretty terrible, but you know, we're just gonna hunt from her because that's cool. You know, we should be hunting from anybody. Anyway. Something in common. Who is this? This is my vassal, Baron Massimiliano of Vercelli. I didn't know you existed. You are Banu Hakim. You are an assassin. And this is positive, so he becomes our friend. All right, sure. We could always use more friends. We could always use a Banu Hakim friend. Might just be able to teach us some powerful and useful disciplines. If we ever get around to having enough prestige for it. We have used up way more prestige. So much negative prestige. Your service will be rewarded. Another minus 100 prestige. It's fine. It's fine. I don't know how we're going to pay for a grand tour. That seems absurd. We want to go to our one remaining domain here, and we want to give it to our marshal. Giving him a real domain would have been better, but this will do. Wait, why not? I'm probably just not seeing... Yeah, he changed his outfit, so I'm not seeing him in the list. We will grant him this. We have managed our domain! Our domain is fully managed! Okay, negotiate an alliance with our child. We can create an accolade, but we have nobody who's good enough. Nope, no one is good enough. Let's see what our people are doing. This is all fine. You, though, I would like you to change over. Actually, Lombardy is already in... No, Lombardy is Christie. Via Ossium, via Christie. This is the only one I actually care about changing. So you can do that. 3 years is no time at all. Ooh. We need to raise our control there. Look at us! Everything is so managed! Everything is so managed! Apparently our sister was slain in battle. That's not great. I'm going to drink from her. Oh, she's already wounded. Huh. Oh, right, because I literally drank from her after the wounded event. Do I care if she lives or dies, is the thing? I don't think I care if she lives or dies. I mean, I'm not going to drink her to death on purpose, but I don't actually care if this weakens her to the point where she dies. Like, that's not something that I think matters to me. If that makes her too sick, then that's just the way it is. Some things just cannot be controlled. All right, before we do anything new, oh, deft diplomacy, my Chancellor, Countess Albina has worked hard to convince my neighboring realms and vassals that the... Oh my god, did you just do it? I was just about to say we can't declare a war immediately because there's no target who isn't probably as strong as us. But there's one! There's one target who's way weaker than us we'd love to declare war on. It's the guy we just conquered. You know? The guy whose creator is at the bottom of the sea someplace, I guess? Is it happening? It's happening. Haha! So, we had to declare war against this guy. We didn't think it was gonna happen because we had that truce still, but our lovely bodyguard, our Lamea sweetheart, has kind of made this just a thing. That happened. So first, we want to... we have nothing against him, so we're going to lose a little bit. We're going to gain a little bit of stress if we do our thing to them, but that's just how it goes, you know? That's just how it goes. We can't not experiment on our prisoners. What kind of Giovanni Cappadocian would we be if we didn't experiment on our prisoners? Ooh, who is this? Discontent, Inquisition cell, it's because of this. I could cover up the Masquerade by the might of my magic. That does not fix this. Kind of hoping it would, but it doesn't. Okay, that's fine. We still, it's good we did it. Sanctioned loopholes by claim interaction over the many years of our existence. That will probably be very, very useful. Papa is still in severe trouble, so we're not going to be asking him to help us out on anything like this. Here we go. To the amicable Lucretia Giovanni, I have lately heard of your disputes with that damned Padrino, Count Gratiano de Veronese of Verona. A most contemptible excuse for a man. Given our mutual interests, I'm sure we will get along well as friends. Montano! You sly elder bastard! Yes, yes, we do. We do want to become your friend, one of the greatest among all of the La Sombra. We could be friends forever if you like, Mr. Shadow. I remember when I walked by your creator's house and saw the shadows there. Maybe you could teach me a little bit more about this abyssal mysticism that you actually don't know any of. Okay. Well, apparently, we're just out here collecting serious friends, right? It's like, I don't know. I guess we got our papa. We got Constance. She's a pretty famous Cappadocian, after all. We got our lovely guardian here. We got our child. We got Baron Massimiliano of Vercelli. And then we have Montano, the Shadow. Oh, I think... that's just wonderful. Okay, this should be... Oh, a worthy candidate. Let's see how good she is. All right. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. With those traits, we probably should be finding her someone to marry. But I don't think I have any, like, unmarried loose ghouls. I mean, I can't hunt from her. She's part of my herd. And she's useful. Okay. He's just gonna grow old, and she won't. I guess the other pairing is... Did I give him away? Is that what happened? I think I gave him away. Yeah, I effectively gave him away. All right. Let's see who our ghouls are. Since I gave him away, I think we're just going to give up on them. So we're going to release. And we're going to manipulate ghoul. Release. We don't need them anymore. They're no longer ours. They're outside of our influence. Now we want to take this, gonna cost us even more. Gonna cost us even more frickin' prestige we don't have. Oh. We're never gonna recover from this prestige debt. It's just never gonna happen. I can't put her in charge of anything until I embrace her. And I don't want to embrace her right away. Let's see if we can find her someone to marry. Someone worthwhile. I mean, we could rob this Tremere guy. I think that will do. This will guarantee that they have intelligence, and it might intensify. Okay, so we have one. Enforce our demands, send him on his way. We now have this. I mean, we could hold this over for a little while. Could hold this over for a while. One is not probably that big a deal. Let's see. Claudia's back. Claudia, you're back. Huh, good to see you. You're now no longer in a position to be mad at me because you're no longer a powerful vassal. Welcome home. Welcome home, Claudia. This, I think we're gonna hold until we're ready to give it to our new child. We gotta think about what we're gonna do with this because we want her to be able to have kids, right? I know what we're gonna do. So we need her to be an barony level title, and we need her to be a ghoul. This is going to suck. It's gonna be the worst, but it's what you gotta do. So he is older and she is younger, so we will make him the ghoul first. Let's look at our courtiers. So let's go down the list to her. Go to her husband. Let's demand his conversion. He will accept it. Family is family. A family reunion is quite a rare occurrence in K-Night circles, mostly due to the fact that it could devolve into a slaughter at any moment. Unfortunately, you have been chosen as the host for the next gathering, which means a lot of vampires and a lot of suspicion drawn to you. You could cancel. Welcome. Please leave your weapons behind. We're all friends here, right? We're all friends here. I just see a huge list of people who are all like absolutely friendly. Mrs. Benedetta is there. Yeah, we're all friends. Come. Our herd here has died. The age of 70. Do I want to herdify my relative? Yes, I do. Just call that the tax. Now we want to ghoulify him. I can't herdify and ghoulify at the same time, right? I can hunt from him, though, while I'm ghoulifying him. Okay, so we're basically just waiting for this. Once all this stuff is done, we can move on to the next thing. I really thought this would help. Okay, so you've formed some kind of hybrid culture. Every woman for herself. The fearful knock on the door clears every bit of the drowsiness from my mind. Who serves the Duchess at this hour? My late-night visitor is none other than Elisabetta. I have to speak with you privately, away from listening ears. I've discovered something very interesting. Elisabetta has uncovered a secret of Patriarch Augustus Giovanni. She's willing to share it. Great-grandpa, you have a lover. That's not a big secret. That's not really a big deal. So let's just take some blood from him. And then we will ghoulify him. Thank you. We want to now go to his wife. We made her a warrior temporarily just so that she doesn't run away, because they like to run away. We're gonna ghoulify her. And then we're going to hunt from her, just like a little sip is all we need. As I'm paying a visit to my friend Lord Montano, I noticed that things are quite different from the last time I was here in Syracuse. He used to set out spiced wines and saffron cakes for us whenever I came over, but today there's barely a crumb to be seen anywhere. I mean, I'm not giving him my money. Sir, I'm just a child. You're not entitled to my cash. Let's look at Lombardia here and see what we should build. We can build a crypt, which we will, to replace the one we gave up. So, brand new crypt. My son learned a language. Apparently, he learned it from a Tremere in astral form. That's fine. That's a great place to learn a language from. We've also finished converting the faith up here. Great. Okay, court jester, Sunday roast. I'm gonna be sad when you die, but you know, you're not entitled to be a ghoul if you're not useful to me, so that's a thing. So her ghouling has fully worn off now. My jester Elena is known for her fantastical entertaining insults, and as it happens, she is standing face to face with my champion Corb. I am just in time to hear a particularly scathing roast. You loathsome fornicator and a loathsome buffoon. Your bothersome nature and cockiness are legendary. You are a shiver, looking for a spine to run up, you pig. Elena says, as if possessed by the beast. Corb's face is red, but he knows that I am watching, so he manages some pained laughter. I am going to... I'd rather all the stress off instead of some. Sir, Ooh, there we go. We take a drink, she weakens, and she is now my ghoul. Where does that place us? Well, I'm gonna put her in charge here right away. I don't want to revoke the title from her is the thing. Let's just stop here for a second. So, I was thinking about this, and I'm going to undo a little bit of an error that I made before we end this episode. It's fine for now, and if we have to fix it later by stripping him of the title, we will. But, where do we put you? Where did we put you, sir? Nope, that's the Baron. We'll just find you from here. You. Baron Martino. Now we want him to be able to gain power as a marshal, which will help us manage him as a ghoul. So we're actually going to give him this proper territory here. We talked about doing that originally, and then we kind of put him in the barony. We originally talked about that, and then I put him in the barony, which I think I called out at the time as a mistake. It would be better if he's over here. Oh, it's 300 prestige to put him there. But I need him there. And then we will put our new ghoul down in his place. Here. That sucks. Even more prestige to work off, but this is well reasoned. One day he is probably going to end up being a child as well. We'll have to strip him of his title to do that, of course, but that's just how it works. And in order to properly get him to properly gain in power, we need him to be able to raise his lifestyle. Because he's not very good now, but if he has a couple of decades or even a century of gaining lifestyle, this will probably become much better, and he'll be much more suited to that position, which for all we know he'll hold forever because of how hard it is to find characters inside of this. And then we will grant this to her. Good. And that gives her some time as a ghoul to possibly create us some revenants, possibly create some new Giovanni babies for future use, and also he will be able to do the same. Elevating him over her, it costs us the same either way, and doing him first, it's more important for us that he gains experience in his lifestyle than it is that she does. And having no disciplines, he'll be forced to take up a martial lifestyle. As you can see, he's already done it, which is good, and then he'll be able to put experience into here. And that experience will make him more useful to us, which is the entire goal. And with that, I think we're going to bring this episode to an end. We got to wince at this. This is going to take us forever to get rid of. There are some events and stuff we could do. We got to replace this herd member as well. Hopefully we find some events and stuff. Most of our wars can be perpetrated with piety, so it won't hurt us that badly. And with that, we're going to bring this episode to an end. Thank you very much. And I hope that you join me the next time we are here in Piedmont, Lombardy, with Duchess Lucretia Giovanni, soon to be queen. Lucretia Giovanni, just one more little territory. Will it be you, Tremere? Are you who we're going to rob of your lands? Maybe. Or will it be you, hated rival La Sombra? Can't hint. It's more likely to be him. More likely to be him. All right, goodbye for now.